a yoga therapist and a yoga teacher, Reiki master or teacher, and a body worker, and a few other things. I'm from Wilbraham, Massachusetts, Heart and Soul Yoga Therapy and Wellness. Today's practice will be on managing anxiety and stress. Please find a mat, hopefully you're on your mat, a blanket, and a pillow or a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, that's okay. A couple of pillows would be great, and a nice blanket. Please bring yourself to a position on the earth, laying down, whatever's comfortable for you. You can be laying on your back, with your arms out to the side, laying on your side, hugged up into a fetal position, or you can lay on your belly, whatever serves you best in this moment. Settling into the earth, please begin to notice your breath. With each inhalation, noticing the gentle rise of the belly. With each exhalation, noticing how the belly falls softly towards the spine. Without making any changes in your breath at this time, just become a witness of your breath. Take a moment to notice your energy at this time. What kind of energy do you have in this moment? Without any judgment, without changing, just notice what you notice. But taking a moment to scan the physical body for any areas of tension. Any areas of tension, just breathe into them. Don't try to change them. Don't focus too much. Just notice. And then look for some area of the physical body that feels well. Perhaps it's an arm, a leg, a big toe, wherever you find some comfort and ease in your body. Then take a little note of that. Noticing your breathing, noticing your physical body, and then noticing emotion that might be present for you in this moment. Perhaps you give it a one word or two words. Notice, take note, and let that fall away. Return to your energy, and then we'll go into the spiritual body. What is it that connects you to something larger? First, the connection to yourself, connection to each other, and then a connection to a higher power, a divine power or source. That might be God, or Allah, or Durga, or Krishna, or a tree. It doesn't matter what it is. Just know there's something out there that connects to the inner landscape, to you. Continue to let go of anything that attempts to get to your mat today. Allow yourself to soften and feel the support of the earth beneath you. Maybe taking a deep breath in, opening the mouth and releasing it with a sigh. Let's do that again. Inhale, expanding, letting it go with a as you continue to lay supported on the earth. I'm going to read a poem for you that I selected. It's called Walking Slowly by Dana Falls. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me softens, settles, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. Slowly into the mystery. Please take a full body stretch, reaching arms up over your head, pointing your toes, and slowly rolling over to your right or left side, whichever side is the one you want to roll over to. You can use your bottom arm as your pillow and bring your top hand to your heart. Please take this time to create an intention for our practice. Whatever it is you're looking to get out of this practice, perhaps it's your first time on your yoga mat, and you're like, I don't know what to expect. Maybe you're letting go of some anxiety or stress, or maybe you're just practicing. There's no right or wrong answer. And once you have that intention in mind, please push yourself up slowly and mindfully to a seated position. Finding a sukha, or delicious pose, can be as I'm seated, You can have your legs out into a V shape. And any position that feels nice for you. Please have your knees lower than your hips so that you don't compress the hip joint. Elongate your spine, slightly tuck your chin, and let your shoulders roll away, fall away from your ears. Softening where you can, and finding and creating space and length anywhere with our breath. So breathing in and breathing out. Continue to breathe in and out throughout the practice. Let's start with a mudra. This one's called Bhu Mudra. You take your second and third finger and softly place them on the earth. Soften shoulders, wiggle around as needed. This is a very grounding mudra. I like to think of this as when I'm inhaling, I'm bringing in what I need into my life, into my heart, and when I'm exhaling, I'm releasing what I don't need. Sometimes that looks like I'm bringing in something wonderful, and I often get the image of tumbleweeds rolling off my shoulders. If that works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. The statement that goes with this is, I feel the earth's stability. I move confidently along my life's journey. I feel the earth's stability. I move comfortably along my life's journey. So let's inhale and imagine some peace coming right into your world. Inhaling peace, exhaling chaos. Inhaling love, exhaling not love. Inhaling calmness, exhaling not calm. Inhaling stability, exhaling. And then inhaling confidence and exhaling self-doubt. I move confidently along my life's journey. And then we'll bring our hands together in Anjali Prayer Mudra to Om. If you'd like to Om, you're more than welcome to. If not, it's perfectly fine. It's optional. It works no matter what. That 3-part sound, A, O, M, that healing sound, that vibration. So we'll take a breath in, filling up the belly with rich life force, and then exhale, Om. Please allow your head to fall towards your heart space. Bring in some gratitude for this practice, for each other, and for this practice of yoga, for yoga itself, that uniting of the mind, body, and spirit keeps us coming back over and over as the head comes out to center. Take up your hands to your belly for a moment. And let's inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 5. If that doesn't feel right for you, you adjust. You want to inhale less than we exhale. So the exhalation is longer than inhalation. Let's try 4 and 5 seconds. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then do one more just like that, using your own count. Inhaling and exhaling. And let your hands fall with your palms facing up or down, yogi's choice. And take a moment to notice any changes at this point in your practice. Maybe none, maybe some. Let your breath guide you through your practice over and over, returning to your breath. A nice, calm, flowing breath leads to a calm, flowing mind and good energy. A choppy, kind of not calm breath leads to a not calm mind. I have a little saying, calm mind, calm breath, or calm breath, calm mind, crazy breath, crazy mind. I'm not saying anybody's crazy, but it's an easy way to remember. To inhale, expanding, bringing in that life force, and exhale, condensing, releasing that which no longer serves us. Let's try another mudra before we begin to move. Take your thumbs and wrap them up in the other fingers. It's called Adi Mudra. And just soften there. You can have them up or down, yogi's choice again. And this is a calming mudra. I rest in the safety and security of my own hands. I rest in the safety and security of my own hands, or my own power. I rest in the safety and security of my own power. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. We'll take a moment just to shake that off a little. You could just move the arms as if we were going through some water, feeling grounded, and then moving to the water element for just a moment. And from here, if you are seated on a prop, please remove the prop and elongate your legs. Give them a little shake. So continue to breathe in this expansive and condensing way. You can do Ujjayi, a 3-part breath, if you know that, or Dirga breath, 2-part breath. No matter what you do, keep breathing. Take your foot, whichever you want, cross it over the elongated leg. Inhale to a long, tall spine. Wrap that leg up, hug it in close to yourself for a moment, and breathe here. And take your other arm. Inhale it behind you. As you inhale, elongate the crown of the head. As you exhale, just a gentle spiral at the upper spine where your scapula or shoulder blades are. Exhale. Inhale to a tall, longer spine. Exhale, gentle spiral. And one more inhale. Go a little taller. And exhale. Next inhalation brings the arm up overhead, and we can just take a gaze to the other side. Breathing in, and exhaling. Drop both legs off, give them a little shake, and then cross your other leg over. Make sure that this foot is firmly planted on the earth. Wrap up the knee, give it a little hug. Inhale your arm up over your head, plant it behind you. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, subtle and gentle twist of the upper spine, not the lower spine. Inhaling up, and exhaling, softening shoulders. And again, inhale, and exhale. Next inhalation brings the arms up overhead, and we'll take a look at the other side of the room. What's going on? Breathe in and breathe out. And we'll elongate both legs and give them a little shake. Let's move into what's called Dandasana, or seated mountain pose. Legs are active as if you were standing on the earth. Flex your feet and have your legs hip distance apart. Hands to heart center, and just softly gazing at something in front of you without any cares in the world. Focus on a drishti. Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice the strength it takes to keep your legs engaged. Notice your sitting bones supported by the earth, the backs of your legs. Letting go of any self-judgment or self-doubt. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And let your arms come down. Beside any props you might have. And let's come into a child pose for a moment. Bring your toes to touch, your knees will come wide. Melting your hips back onto your heels. Bringing your hands in front of you. And if your third eye touches the floor, that's great. If it doesn't, you can certainly stack your fists, and that's great too. Taking a moment to check in. Breathing in and out. Inviting your breath to the back of your heart space. Expanding, inviting the breath to the sides, all the way down the spine. And knowing that you can always return to child pose anytime you want as you walk your fingers up, elongate your neck, take a breath in, and then walk yourself back up. Come onto hands and knees. As you come onto your hands and knees, you take a peek behind you, in between the knees. If you see your feet, you want to fix that so you don't see them. And spread your fingers wide. Take a breath here. Let's take one cat-cow possibility. And then exhale to throw the needle. Turning inwards, resting. Maybe that left leg comes out. Maybe grab your arm behind. All maybes, there's no right or wrong. Just choices. Take a nice breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Enjoying the spiraling of the spine. Different position. It's just a shape. Use your breath. Always use your breath. And then taking the left arm, planting down the earth. Inhaling up the right arm. Once again, finding that opportunity. And bring that arm back down. Take a moment to tap out the feet. And then maybe temper tantrum. Sense if likes this. And let's do it. Coming to stillness. Bringing the left hand in front of the face. Inhaling up. Coming to stillness. Taking that right hand in front of the face. Inhaling up the left arm, opening to that opportunity, and then exhaling to turn inwards, softly resting on the left shoulder. The head is just there. Maybe walking the right fingertips out. Perhaps the right foot feels like coming out. Maybe taking a little bind here. We're finding whatever is easy and comfortable for you. As long as you can breathe, you're doing a good job. So breathing in. And breathing out. Eventually, this right hand will plant on the earth. Inhaling out the left arm. Taking a peek up there. And then returning your arm to center. Take a moment to let your hips go side to side. Releasing any tension that might have built up. And then go ahead and please curl your toes under. And push yourself into a forward fold. Soften your knees. Make sure that all four corners of your feet are finding the earth. And then just bend your knees as much as it takes for your belly to find your thighs. And lift your head softly, shake yes and no, and I don't know. You are welcome to sway here, bending to one knee and the other. Whatever movements feel good for you. Blocks are nice sometimes. And then we'll be bending the knees, bringing the arms out to the side. Melting the hips, coming all the way up, reaching up, joining the palms and bringing them to the heart center. Finding a moment now to just kind of shake off what it is that's stuck. Issues in the tissues. We hold our trauma, our stress, all of our anxiety in the tissues of the body. So taking a moment to just shake it off, shake that stuff off. And then please find mountain pose. Noticing all of your foot, seating on your whole foot as you stack your joints. Allowing your knees to be over your ankles, your hips over your knees, shoulders over your hips, and then a slight tuck of the chin. And if it feels right to you, you can bring your arms out to the side, or they can settle at your heart center. Please find a drishti, that would be something that doesn't move. And continue to use your breath, inhaling and exhaling over and over again, like we do every day. Something we can count on the breath. Inhale your arms up overhead with steeple fingers, so the pointer fingers are touching. And allow your shoulders to not be up here, but to soften. Inhale and come over to one side. You can look up if you like, or you can let your head turn down. Soften your jaw, soften your knees. Inhale and exhale. Feel some spaciousness as you open up the intercostal muscles on the side that is open. And then we'll inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Feeling the length here, soften shoulders, making a decision if you want to look down or turn your head up. It's your choice, it's your practice. Inhaling, exhaling. One more inhale and an exhalation brings us to center. And then you can bring your arms down. Shake it out. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to find tree pose. So you can bring your foot on the outside of your other foot. This is a great place to stay for tree. It's perfectly fine. Option to bring your leg here or above your knee. As you do this, let's engage the arms, but first find a drishti or focal point, something that doesn't move. It usually isn't me, so find something that won't move. Decide where your foot's going to go, but first feel the buoyancy of the standing legs. You don't want to lock that leg out. You want to have a soft knee. And then let this foot start to drift on its way up as your arms follow. Get a good drishti, thumb in. And wherever you are is fine. You might want to let your arms sway in the wind or not. It's your choice. And then bring your leg down slowly. Bring your hands to heart center. Shake it out. And then bring your hands to your hips. We'll do the other side. Yeah. Then have your foot turn out, knee out. Take a moment to feel yourself, feel the earth beneath you. It is there. Soften your knee, standing leg knee, have that buoyancy. And as you're ready, you can begin to let your leg drift up to where it wants to go. Bring your arms up first. It's your choice, it's your practice. Feeling some balance, some stability. Here feels good for me. If I bring it up here, yeah, I think I'll bring it here. Making choices along the way. Breathing in and out. Eventually hands to heart center. And then slowly closing that pose out. And just swaying side to side with ease and grace. Stepping feet apart with your toes out. Here's an inhalation to bring us to a 5-pointed star that says, I've got this, yes. And then exhalation says, not sure. And an inhalation that says, yes. Exhalation says, maybe. And then that inhalation says, I am good enough. I am, just as I am, perfectly imperfect. And then that exhalation that says, I love myself. I love myself. And then you can heel toe your feet together. Or you can jump together, whichever feels better. Trying to build the pose, a Garuda or eagle pose. You can cross your leg over. Turn this way for this one. And from here, you can bring your hands to your heart center. Bend your knees. Melting your hips back just a bit. And then trying to, you can take a bind on this or leave your foot down, yogi's choice. And stay here for just a moment. And then we'll inhale, arms up and look up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And come on back down like this. So inhale, you straighten your legs. Look up, exhale, bending into this modified eagle pose. And one more time, inhaling to look up, and exhaling, hands to heart center. And then turning to the other side, crossing one leg over the other, hands to heart center as the hips melt back, straightening the spine. And then we'll inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center and round the spine. Inhale up, around. Exhale, hands to heart center and coming down a little bit. And then the inhale up and the exhale. And turning to face you. Good. Bring your thumbs together. And then have them here. Garuda Mudra. Actually, it's here. Yep. And then let's let that just resonate for a moment. Pulling the fingers apart. You can also, no, I'll rotate that part up. Okay. So let's take a half moon pose. So come into Virabhadrasana to a warrior two. Step your feet apart. Have this leg out, back toes dial in a little bit, and bend into your front knee. Take your arms out, wiggle your fingers, and reach forward and back. Find your center. Feel the earth supporting you and keeping you safe. You've got this. Take a moment to gaze out at your finger, thumb. Breathe in, breathe out. We'll straighten the front leg. You're coming into half moon. You may choose to have a block or a pillow. And I have the wall here. That's always a great prop. I love walls. So arms come back out. Inhale. On the exhale, reach in front of you just a bit. And then reach to the outer edge of your foot. And take two hands. The back leg will start to come up. Flex your foot. Bring your hand to your heart. As you turn, find Drishti. Opening your arm up, opening your heart, falling down. And eventually you may come into this expression of this pose, or you might not. Always try this with the wall. You might want to reach for your foot if you're feeling up to that today. And then slowly, mindfully, come back up to warrior two. Inhale, turn your feet together. Have a little fun with your practice. If it's not fun, I don't know why you're going to do this. There's fun, and then there's seriousness too. So yeah, self-step. We come into warrior two on the other side. I always like to dial the toes in just a bit. And watching the alignment that this knee comes towards the pinky toe side. Bending into the front knee. Inhaling, bringing the arms out to the side. Taking a gaze at your thumb. Breathing in and breathing out. Sometimes, again, find your center. Feel the earth supporting you. Sometimes people are like this, so like that. So find center. Find balance right in your own body. And then as you're ready, you can straighten that front leg. Reaching two hands down. I'm going to like to reach for the outside first before the outer arm reaches outside of your foot. Arm to center, hand to heart center. Slowly finding your Drishti as you open up into your half moon pose. Options to reach for that back foot or not. And then slowly, mindfully coming out of the pose. Back into your warrior. You did that. Face your toes parallel, or your feet parallel to each other. Take a minute to give yourself a little back massage. And move your hips. Do it if you're happy. And we come into a wide-legged forward fold. So bring your arms out to the side. Rotate the thighs backwards, coming halfway. Bend your knees and reach your arms towards the earth. As you get there, toes can be pointed in just a bit. If you don't reach the floor, that's perfectly fine. Let your head hang heavy, maybe sway side to side a little bit. Ha! Breathe in, breathe out. Feel yourself. Just notice that you are moving in a shape through this planet called Earth. Plant your hands here in front of you. Walk your feet together and come on down into a yogi squat. Bringing your arms into prayer mudra. Heart center. Finding the center over and over again. Take a moment to sit down on your heels. And take your hands to your heart center again. And this time just thumb climb over. Make a little thumb sound. And then take two palms onto your heart. Inhale. Let your energy flow to the sensation of your palms on your tender, beautiful heart. Know that your heart is where the truth lives. Feel your heart. It's beating. This is a good thing. And then we'll come and sit. Bend your knees. Plant your feet on the earth. And give yourself a hug. And hold yourself gently, softly, and rest here for a moment. Take a breath. Give yourself an imaginary pat on the back for making it to your yoga mat again and again. It's so good for us. Bring your hands behind your knees. And you're going to start to rock and roll on the spine. Just rocking and rolling on the spine. Shoulder stand and flowers in your practice. You're welcome to do that now, only if you know how to do that. And eventually, you come to rest here with your legs up as an option to hold that. You can also make a triangle with your fingers. Goes under your buttocks. You can have a strap if you'd like. Or you can also put your leg up the wall. Just take a moment to let the effects of gravity calm you as the blood flows into the hip joint, nourishing that hip joint. This is a good antidepressant. It's good for blood pressure, good for circulation. It's good for a lot of things. And if it gets tiring and you don't have a strap, you can always hold your legs or let them come to here. Another option would be to raise your head up or straighten your arms. Do what feels best for you. And slowly bend your knees and see if you can get both toes to touch the earth at the same time. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. And then let your legs go side to side. You know, windshield wiper of the legs. Do whatever feels right with your arms. Side to side. And then hugging the knees into the chest. Take your right arm to the outside of the left thigh as you slowly draw your legs towards the earth, using a prop if they don't reach. Gazing over at your left hand. Feeling that gentleness of this practice. Breathing in, breathing out. Over and over. Feel yourself, notice yourself without judgment. And bringing the legs together, circling them one way, then the other. Keeping the breath smooth and easy. And taking your left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Opening up into a cat stretch or smile on this side. Just softly gazing at these fingers. Try to keep the shoulder blades planted on the earth. Letting your breath be easy and gentle, just as the spiral is. So no need to rush. There's nowhere to go and nowhere to be. And slowly bring the legs in towards the chest once again. Give yourself a hug. Maybe lift your head. Say, I'm working awesome. And then elongate your legs. And start to make what a rocking motion. So your hands going to be by your legs, your hips, and just start to get your feet moving. And then eventually it becomes more of a sloshing movement. You can make noise if you like. This is pretty calming to our central nervous system. It's a good reason to do it. And I can probably slosh myself to sleep right here, but I don't think that's what I'm going to do now. Take a full body stretch. Walk your feet over to the right and your hands over to the right. Find yourself in a C shape. Breathing in here. Letting this be easy. Don't make it be too difficult. So that the side that is extended and stretching, breathing into that side. The side that's condensed and compressed is condensed and compressed. So with some relief, I'll walk my fingers and hands over to the other side. And breathe into this side and really open those ribs, intercostal muscles. Feeling the ease and grace of this practice. And we'll roll over onto our bellies and push up into a child pose. Take the child pose you like. I prefer to have the knees wide and the toes to touch, but you're not me, so you may choose to have your knees together. Either way is fine. Once you come down into your child pose, you can reach for your feet if you'd like. You can bring your hands so they come over your head like that. And you can simply let them be. Breathing into the back body. Exhaling. And walking yourself up. Bring the knees together. We're going to come into a posture. This is puppy pose, mountain heart pose. I forgot the name of that one for a moment. And when you do this, there should be no compression on the head again. So you come up onto your knees and walk yourself forward. Your head may or may not touch the earth. Melt your heart. Feel this little stretch in the shoulders. If this is too much, back off. If you can't breathe, don't do it. Inhaling, exhaling. It should feel good. If it doesn't feel good, there's always another way. Then please walk yourself up. And then grab a bolster if you have a bolster or a pillow. So whatever it is you have, it's all good. All works. You can do half frog or crocodile, whichever one you feel best in. So have your support here. You'll lay down on your belly. Turn your head to one side. And then there's an option to bend your knee out to the side where your foot flexed. Resting here. Eyes soften. Arms can be anywhere that feels good to you. There's a little hook here for my thumb, so I'm just going to use that. Softening, letting my hips release. Letting the earth support my heart. This doesn't feel good to you. Legs can be drawn long into crocodile pose. Perfectly fine. Every breath serves you. Breathing in and out. Eventually taking your other leg, if you're choosing this half frog, and flexing that foot 90-degree angle. Head turns to the other side. Melting into the support. Feeling the support of the earth under you. Taking a nice, easy breath. Eventually draw both legs long. Put your arms in front. And push yourself up one more time into child pose. And we're making a choice for Shavasana. You have choices. There's choices in life. You can rest on your side. You can come back to the pose we were on. You can rest on your belly like that. I love this one. You can rest on your side. You get real cozy. Or you can take traditional Shavasana position, laying on your back. Maybe you want a blanket over you or a pillow under your a neck roll so that you're in alignment. And this would be traditional Shavasana pose. Hands can always rest softly on the belly. So please stay in that pose. As I be sitting up, please stay in your Shavasana position in your constructed rest pose. And make sure you are 100% comfortable, if not more, as you rest, as you rejuvenate. This is the time when the mind, the body, and the spirit integrate everything we just did. I invite you to feel the support of the earth beneath you. Feel your body heavy and light at the same time. Body heavy and light at the same time. Whole body will rest in stillness. That's the easy part, right? So just let your head, so allow the crown of your head to become heavy. Whole head heavy. The head so heavy perhaps that the bones of the skull would leave a dent in the floor. That's pretty darn heavy. Notice your eyes gazing or softly closed, yogi's choice. Let your eyes be like orbs of energy. Eyes like two warm stones on the beach on a summer day. Notice any sounds in your home. Notice the sound of my voice. Just be a witness to whatever comes up. If a thought comes to you, it's really okay, but you may choose to place it on a cloud and let it float gently away. Notice your nostrils, your inhalations, the feeling of the breath coming in and out. You may notice the temperature of the breath, of the oxygen, of the prana, being a little cool, and the exhalation being a little warmer. That's because we warm and heal ourselves from the inside out. And then notice your jaw. Please allow your jaw to release. Notice the insides of your mouth, the teeth and the tongue. You may choose to touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And then please gently and softly let your lips part. Make sure there's no holding going on there. Feel your breath at the back of your throat. Your belly continues to gently rise and fall. Inhaling, expanding, just a soft expansion now, and exhaling, it falls over and over again. It's like you're inhaling the wave towards you and you're exhaling it away. The sound of the ocean is very soothing. Let that be the sound of your breath. Notice your right arm as it releases and lets go. Left arm, heavy and light at the same time. The right shoulder and the left. Feel the back of your body completely supported by the earth. Notice the front body relaxing to the back body. Bring your awareness to your heart space, feeling your heart beating. Feeling the warmth within your heart. Telling yourself, I am well. I am enough. I am peace. I am bliss. I am content. Ananda, Shanti, Santosha. I am. I am perfectly imperfect. Bring your awareness to your belly, rising and falling. Both hips melting to the support of the earth. Entire right leg, heavy and light. Left leg, once again, heavy and light. Whole body rests in stillness. Notice the palms of your hands. In the center of your hands, in your mind's eye, draw a heart. The palms of the heart of the hand. And let those palms feel energetic just a little bit. And then notice the soles of your feet, alive with energy as well. It's as if you could inhale through your fingertips and exhale through your toes. Over and over again, we follow the pattern of the breath. Follow the pattern of the breath. As you're resting, allow the earth to support you and keep you in this health space. Take the next minute or two to rest gently in your Shavasana. Slowly begin to move your fingers and your toes. Roll your head from side to side. Take any small movements that feel right for you as you begin to wake the body up. Allow the mind to be still. Noticing any subtle changes, taking a full body stretch, reaching arms overhead. Drawing your knees into your chest if that feels right. Maybe rocking side to side. And eventually coming to your right or left side, whichever one you like best. hugging close into the fetal position with your top hand on your heart and your bottom arm is your pillow. Pause here for a moment, and I'm going to read that poem again because I love it, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. Walk slowly. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still. And just like that, something in me settles, it softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race. That we all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we are born for. As many times as I forget, I find myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going. That many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe and to be, and walk slowly into the mystery of life. Mindfully, please place your hand into the earth and push yourself up to a seated position. Finding a delicious pose, a sukha pose, any pose that serves you best in this moment. To join me in another mudra and a little breathing before we close our practice. Once you are sitting, please allow your sitting bones to once again find the earth beneath you, tethering you, holding you securely and safely. Allow the crown of your head to lengthen and reach towards the divine, its source. Shoulders will fall away from the ears. Slightly tucking your chin. Sometimes I like to think of that as a little bit of protection, almost like a little cloak. And allow yourself to be a little taller. Inhaling and exhaling. Please bring your fingers together, the pointed fingers. Place them in front of your lips. We're going to inhale and then round the lips to breathe out. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, calming breath. Inhale, exhale. And let your hands find Pala Mudra. One hand is on the bottom, one is on the top. They don't touch. Some energy between your hands. This is very calming, can relieve stress, tension, and reduce blood pressure. As you hold your hands this way, you might want to feel some heat. Maybe feel heat. I am at peace with my inner being and I am feeling secure. I am at peace with my inner being, feeling secure. I am at peace with my inner being, feeling secure. Let's inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale them together with your pinkies and thumbs touching. This is called Lotus Flower or Padma Mudra. It's my favorite. It represents a lot to me, so I hope you'll enjoy practicing this one with me. Please softly gaze into your hands. Remember, lotus flowers grow from the lake. That's kind of dirty and yucky. Kind of. And from that lake, this lotus flower gets through the water somehow, its whole little lotus flower life, and it finds the light. So when you find yourself in times of darkness, know the light comes. It's dark, it's light, it's dark, it's light. It always happens that way. The answers are in our own hands. Gaze in there, know you have the answers in your hands. You have the answers in your hands. Bring your palms together as your head lifts. We'll bring our thumbs to our third eye. Loka samasta sukhi no bhavantu. That means everybody, everywhere, we don't care who you are, what you are doing. We wish that you would be kind and loving and peaceful and no more pain and suffering. Bring your palms to the top of the head. The divine loving light in you honors, respects, and loves the divine loving light in all of you. Thank you so much for practicing.